Hello and welcome to the Vasilia Romean channel. My name is Michael and we continue our campaign in Europa Universalis 4. This is our vanilla playthrough and we are still playing as Moscow, as the Grand Principality of Moscow. In the last episode we conquered Olonets, which was released as Karelia from Novgorod by Tver, as well as we attacked Tver itself and we took from them the province of Torzhok, which was our claim, as we have claims on all the Novgorodian territories. And since Tver was allied to Ryazan, we also vassalized Ryazan. Thus we vassalized both of these guys, and now we are in control of almost the whole of northeastern parts of Rus. Now what's left for us to do is to finish the conquest of Novgorod, which we will be able to do in just about a year and a half, or a year and a couple months or something. So let's go. Okay, speed 5 may be a bit too fast for us right now, but we are currently training our armies, as well as we shall keep a lookout on our vassals, because they are currently a bit iffy. So, do we want to get any of this? Well, not really. But let's do that. And let us take the administrative tech, and then we get some military idea that would allow us to spend the military points. Okay, Danish exile Anton Elbrecht, a political exile from Denmark, has appeared. At Tsar court he claims to be a statesman and is offering his service to the Muscovite crown in return for protection from the Danish Regency Council. Should we take him in? So it's a statement, and his skill 2, and he will be 50% cheaper. So that would mean that he'll be about 215. Well, we can do that actually. Anton Albrecht, and 215, as I said. We can hire him. Will be useful. Now we can reform Sudebnik. We shall actually wait until we've conquered whole of Novgorod, then we shall reform Sudebnik. It will allow us to revoke some of our autonomy from the provinces. Sudebnik, by the way, is the law court of the Tsardom of Russia, and even before that it was the law court of the principalities. So let's take a look at this. So Ryazan soon will not be as iffy, and we will be even able to marry them, hopefully. But Tver is actually somewhat not okay with our rule. Now, since the year 1462 is getting closer, we might wanna actually stop drilling our forces, but we shall do that in the beginning of the next year, so let's say in January. Now we can get the national ideas, and we can also get the idea. Now we shall think which idea we want to take, because, well, Usually I take religious and influence because I really want to culturally convert everything, but I don't know if it's a good idea. We can get aristocratic if we so desire. Or offensive or defensive for this military drill thing. Or we can go for quantity if we so wish. But I would rather go for defensive actually. Let's go. Let's do that. Some prestige, and next we'll get the morale bonus, which is pretty good. So let's wait a month more, and next month we shall stop drilling our troops and we'll send them to the Novgorodian border. There we go. Is there any province that will give enough? Okay, it's never enough supply limit. Okay, now even Bezhetsk is not enough, apparently. Well, that is not nice, but what can you do? So we have quite a lot of money actually. We might want to build something with all this money. We shall certainly build a couple of churches in our biggest cities. And then we might even want to build some farm estates, since that's basically the only manufactory that we can afford. Now, so the peace treaty with Novgorod is up. And now it's the time to finish them off. Will be the conquest of Novgorod. Now we have no diplomats to send, very true. So first let us have a royal marriage with Ryazan. Good. And then we shall attack Novgorod. Conquest of Novgorod, confirm. And then we might simply split this army in two, since we don't need the whole thing for our... Wait a second. Okay, they both have 2 in siege, so that's not a big deal. Now here we'll do the same thing, we'll split in 2, we'll send these guys to Lavoga and these guys to Novgorod. Oh, that's apparently not enough. Okay, we shall take a couple more of these guys and send them to Novgorod. And that is enough, apparently. These guys we shall send to home. And so we shall send them. Can we go to Luki right away? We can, but through Pskov. So, diplomatic insult. I would rather improve relationships with my neighbors, because why not? And the Novgorodian army is wrecked. Yes, now it is completely destroyed. Let's send these guys to Tver, so that they wouldn't lose any boys due to attrition. So, death of a merchant, one of the greatest and richest men in Muscovy, Valery Tiesenhausen. Again, not a Russian surname. I mean, that's kind of weird that they gave all these German and Swedish and other surnames to Muscovy, even though they, and a lot fewer of these names to Russia when you form Russia. It is true that there were very many Germans and other foreigners employed, but they were employed a bit later. They were employed during like the times of Peter the Great and so on. Weird. So we can either get some prestige and a stability cost modifier advisor. Coptic. He's also Coptic. That's very weird, but let's do that. I mean, sometimes this game does things in a very weird way. Okay, let's help our Tverian vassals in their problem, in their plight. Wait, should have give me something. Okay, defended our province is just plus 10. That's not a whole lot of it. Also, Perm is still somewhat pissed off, but I don't care. When it comes to Novgorod, full annexation and all of their money. There we go. And now we can click the button, Conquer Novgorod. Although the great Alexander Nevsky protected Rus from the Teutonic Order pillages, the mantle of the protection of the Rus has passed to Muscovy. We must conquer Novgorod and make the princes of Novgorod see the truth by force of arms. And we just did. But I will not click it right away because that would make Novgorod 3 points bigger, more developed, and that will make it more difficult to core, which is not a good thing. I would rather core it while it's somewhat cheap. Let's wait for enough points to do though. And now we can choose a new rival, which will be a Poland, which is obvious, since they are our next target of expansion. Ideally, I would like to take from them, at least in the next war, this province, then the whole of Smolensk area, the whole of Chernigov area, as well as province of Kursk. And that would be a pretty beautiful border for now, but we shall wait. And now we can hire a new guy. Let's wait a month so that we can see our actual income, because now it shows us the income that we had in the beginning, or rather after we finished the war with all those contributions. Let's not mothball all of the forts. Let's leave this one. But everything else we can mothball, and that should give us money back. Also, we're losing quite a lot due to the overextension, and that's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Foreign quarter of Novgorod. For a long time, foreign merchants have been settling in Novgorod to better conduct trade with our country. Lately, however, with the intensified activity of the monastic order of Livonian Order, that's quite a mouthful, the quarter has grown into a city of its own, and this is not without its problems. Our own citizens are complaining that the Livonian community is growing at their expense. They demand that we impose harsher rules on foreign merchants and curtail their activities outside of the foreign quarter. So, they would hate us, but local traders will be straightened. Let's do that, I don't care much about them anyway. So, Tver. Okay, now it's not only Tver, that's like everyone else. Okay, let's improve with Pskov. I mean, they are somewhat pissed off due to the simple fact that we have this annoying... I mean, it's not annoying, it's good. It's pretty good privilege, but it makes our vassals dislike us quite a lot. It gives plus 15 liberty, desire, and subjects, which is not good. I also was checking whether or not we can give private trade fleets to our burghers already. Apparently not yet. I guess for that we gotta have some fleet in the first place. Okay, now we can core Novgorod finally. And thinking about it, let's send this army to Novgorod. Let's start drilling this army. Now let's go to speed 5, because why not? So Novgorodian separatists, we can avoid it by giving these guys some autonomy, as usual. Now, okay, so Vishny Volochuk and Ladoga. There we go. So we can't improve any more relationships with Tver, and they still hate us. But on the bright side, we actually... Oh, we can even pay off their debt. And we can placate rulers of Perm. Okay, that went better than I expected. And now we can annex some more of our vassals. And whom we want to annex? Let's improve relationships with Belozero and let's annex them first. Now, once Novgorod is scored and stated, then we can... Okay, now we can make this thing a state, and so we shall. But this one I shall leave until we conquer Viborg. Now, Novgorod will be cored pretty soon as well. Can we hire any more guys? There was this guy who was a cheaper stability coast guy. Theoretically we can hire him and boost our stability, but we don't have enough admin right now. And I'm not sure if it's worth it anyway. Or we could get this guy. Local tax modifier. A great thing. Okay, Tver is willing to marry, and so is Perm, I assume. Now, can we revoke this monopoly? Now we can, great. So boyars have more loyalty than influence, which means that we can click this button, and then we'll have some more money. Yeah, great. Stop a second, there's some interesting events. First is state appointed lay members, which is again an event about patriarchal authority. I would rather get some authority. The wealth of Novgorod. Through our acquisition of Novgorod, we have come to control a major regional center of production and trade. The local artisans and merchants are both rich and successful in their trade, and the city will surely be a great addition to our splendid Grand Principality. It is hard to know, however, how far we can trust the Novgorodian. We should consider forcibly relocating the wealthiest and most successful families to Moscow, where we can more efficiently monitor and tax them. Some would say the damage we do to the city of Novgorod is greater than any benefit we might hope for in Moscow, but the added control is surely worth it. We can leave them alone in return for their obedience. Moscow must grow. So basically, it is about loyalty of burghers and about taking 2 manpower from Novgorod and giving 1 to Moscow. I would say it's not worth it actually. We can leave them alone. An additional loyalty from burghers would be more than okay in my opinion. So we cored Novgorod, now we can... Wait, why can't we state it? We can, but it will go over our government capacity, but that's something I'm willing to tolerate. Also, we can't core all of these guys together. So we shall wait. Qasim separatists. I see. Also, we can now revoke some of this stuff. Let us revoke their money. Okay, good. And we can't do anything in terms of autonomy anyway. So, let's see if we can core it now. Still only 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Let's wait until we get to say 200 or something. 200 admin, that is. Probably then we will be able to core it. Okay, now 5 out of 5. So we covered the whole state of Novgorod, which means that now we finally can click this button and get the taxes, production and manpower in Novgorod, which is great. And afterwards we got some more claims, and those are for Vyborg, Polotsk, Toropets, and 3 of these provinces in the steppe, and that's pretty easily understandable because these are all provinces that belong to the Russia region. So we got claims on the whole region, that is. Getting some money, which is great. We can now build a couple of marketplaces. So let's build one in Moskva, Nizhny Novgorod and Neva. That's all we can build right now. And the other thing I wanted to do, we can reform Sudebnik. 22 provinces will be affected. And there we go. So the province is now less autonomous, and basically that means that they are now accounted in our code of laws. Okay, now we're building the marketplaces and drilling the army, which is great. We can't unfortunately annex our vassals quite yet, because we don't have enough relationships with them, but maybe we will be able at some point. Also, these guys want me to get some more admin in Kolomna, which is pretty expensive, I might add. That's like 54. Damn. That probably wasn't a great idea in the first place. But we have what we have. Oh, good. Our Tsar got +1 in fire from drilling. And that's a good thing. Okay, what we can do is to go speed 5. Give some support to our merchants. Let's wait until we get to 190 with, say, Belozero and Pskov, and then we can try to annex them. Okay. Getting some pretty good money. 4.3 a month with our armies drilling and our advisor slot being not exactly full, but close to it. Let's get this guy, since we can afford him. Now we at least gonna have some more discipline, and I'd say that's a good thing. Okay, when we can get the idea? In about 2 months. Yeah, next month we can get the military drill. Morale of armies plus 15% and plus some additional innovativeness. So, also thinking about it. Oh, we don't have free diplomats though, which is kind of sad. But if we had one, we should try to insult our rivals, or at least a rival, in order to get some PP. Big PP is always a good thing. They say it's not about size but about how you use it, but they lie. Okay, now we can revoke some of the, or not revoke, seize some lands for our crown. That piece off some of our fossils, well, not fossils, our estates, but that is not a concern of mine. Now, famine of 1468, combination of disease, blah blah blah. Now we just have to guess who's gonna pay for it? We can pay for it. We have money. Okay, now we can start annexation process. Let's do it. Below 0. Annex. Let's check how long it's gonna take. 83. And if we do the same thing in Pskov, that's 152 September 71 July 70. I guess we shall wait with this for some time. Okay. So, yeah, we shall wait with this for now. And I think we probably should finish the episode right now so that it wouldn't be too long. We shall continue with the annexation process in the next episode, and also before we go, we might want to start building our spy network in Poland. That way we will be able to climb some of their lands, and in the next episode, hopefully, or in one of the next episodes, we will be able to go against them and take at least this much. Also, I would like to get this ability. It would allow us to core provinces that are outside of our provinces, or how to put it, provinces that are next to all other claims. Because right now we can't claim Smolensk or Trubchevsk, and that's exactly what I would like to take from them. Anyway, my friends, I hope you enjoy the campaign. At least in terms of numbers, it's doing reasonably better than the previous campaigns, and hopefully that will continue. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.